Brothers and sisters, my generals, thank those that's been riding along with the brother. Man, I don't know how many times I can say, I appreciate it. We got to be thankful in all times. When we're down, when we're up, you know what I'm saying? Just be thankful of that righteous spirit deep, deep, deep within. That real righteous spirit, no fake shit. And let's get to those honors. I honor thy ancestors, those who fought hard, the generals, brothers and sisters, to get a lot of us in the place and the state that we're in. I'm so very thankful for that and glad that I'm in tune with that ancestral spirit. But remember, the body lays to rest, but the spirit lives on. And it's in many great brothers and sisters out here. And what kind of spirit are we talking about? Righteous. Righteous is important. I know we hear that a lot. When you be on this walk for a while and learn and study, you'll become to see how important righteous is. Because again, look at those who are toxic and look at those who are righteous. And you tell me which one you would want to be. I would want to be righteous. If you want to be the opposite of that, let me know how that work out. But thank those that's been with a brother. Current subscribers, new subscribers, anybody that view. I always say you get some good energy, pass it on to somebody else. Because remember, we're trying to leave a righteous impact in this world. So, and I honor our families. May all of our families prosper and everything we touch turn to gold. Anybody that we held dear that may have transitioned, whether struggled or was righteous, may they rest in peace and in power. Now, anybody that was bad or toxic, you already know. Great Divine is going to deal with them. But we speaking on the one that's righteous. May they if they transition, may they rest in peace and in power. You gotta keep things like that. Keep those that were righteous and helped us and guided us. Keep their spirit alive. They're not gone. Their spirit's still here. Their body just gone. So, all right. And this is another. And thank those for coming in to another edition of EBX discussion. And hope those been enjoying the EBX radio shows I've been doing. I'm gonna do more of those. Get into my music. Man, I'm telling you, as I told everyone, make that vow to that great divine like I did. May that thou shall never be distracted. And I want to give that little protection, what I just said right there. I want to give that energy to others out there via content creators, just people living in general. Don't be distracted by too much of this shit out here, y'all, because it's going down. Real talk. I'm an observer. God has put in me what it has put in a lot of melanated brothers and sisters out here. We just got to pay attention, y'all. Man, I'm telling you, I like I said, I have the gift of observation. That's kind of a funny word. And, and like I said, not that others don't, but I'm telling you, this media and all this stuff out here, it's so strong, so powerful, and we can be caught up in it and not realizing it. So that's all I'm saying, because I want my mind to be clear so I can help those in my family and children and in my circle and those who listen. Because if I can't help y'all to be clear if I'm not clear, So I'm saying that to say, just don't be distracted out here. Stick to what's important. Don't get caught up in the gossip of the celebs and the hoorah and all that shit. I hate to be frank, but fuck these damn celebs. I'm sorry. Not the ones that's innocent. You got good celebs now, but the ones that's just clout chasing and getting attention, they need to sit their ass down. Real talk. I'm sorry. I got to keep it real. That's that spirit of Malcolm X. Malcolm X, he despised people that anticipated in things that were against melanation. If you can read, I cold talk sometimes, Malcolm X despised shit like that. So, and I do too, because, and why I do, and it's not about being tough or hard or nothing. It's nothing like that. Because of the things we have been through, brothers and sisters, do you know how hard it was? And I'm not even going to say challenging. For some of us, it was freaking hard to get to the spot that we're in right now, including myself. So that's why we shouldn't be on no bullshit or don't get distracted by bullshit. That's all I'm saying. Remember, everything I teach, say, and do is all from love. No hate, envy, ego, nothing. Remember, teach, suggest, give advice. All right, but thank those that's been coming in. Another edition. I think I said that already. EBX discussion. But this is another volunteering in schools, part 7. And the topic today, I'll be talking about some things that happened today in school, as I always do. See my son, of course. Remember, I walk my children to the bus stop every morning, my daughter and my son, and my spiritually adopted daughter. And they go to the same school that I volunteer at. And I did that today, as I said this morning on the EBX radio show. Check that out, y'all. I'm telling you, my son and I, my 27-year-old, we can ready to do big things. And I'm not just talking and trying to boast in it. No, I'm telling you, when you follow that great God, that great divine spirit deep within, when we are finally there, do you know where that divine spirit will lead us? It will lead us into so many things in our subconscious that we never knew we had. And we appreciate those gifts. And you think that divine is going to stop once it blesses us in a certain area? No, it's going to keep on going. Because it want that force, that positive force, as well as Mother Nature, want us to reach as many souls as we possibly can, young and old. So that's why we give back. And so as I said, I'm having a ball. I don't know about other people or y'all or other people who do content creators, but I guess it depends on the individual. If you're passionate about what you do and you like lifting and changing lives, I guess it will be kind of fun. It's because enjoyment for me is giving joy to others. It's always up to the other entity or individual that we are encountering with, how they act when they are with somebody who's kind, And like I said, just because a person is kind, his brother or sister, don't mean they soft. We need to stop that shit. People, it's a choice to be kind because it's good energy, for the evil ones out there. Need to stop that bullshit. Stop banding together and talking about I'm this and I'm that. And if it's something to divide us, who gives a fuck? Real talk. It's all about all of us having that power and growing together. So that leads me to volunteering, with the youth, because I'm going to leave an impact. It's not no I'm going, I want to, I'm going to, and I am. We got to get tough like this in our spirit, brother or sister, young or old, real talk. So if we talk about leaving an impact, we got to start walking. We got to start walking in the foots of what we said. That's that Malcolm X spirit, At some point, Great Divine is not going to play with us, brother or sister. And of course, me too, That spirit, as Malcolm X said, at some point we got to take action and get up off our ass. Okay, that's why I'm volunteering. And like I said, part 7, it's been going well. Today was pretty active. It was pretty active. Soon as I got there, it was like, how you run in a race and you hear that gun, pow, and the race is on. That's what it was like. Soon as I walked into that building of the school, it's like it was on. It's pretty active. You have days like that where it'd be quiet and no kids in the hallway or nothing going. Today, pretty active. A lot of activities, and I think they had like an eye examining class going to all the kids. I guess they were giving free eye exams, and all the kids was doing that. Then you had the kids going to gym class, and just you have one class coming out lining up because they have them line up like on a yellow line that's on the floor, and in case they're going to the bathroom or getting ready to go to gym or something like that. And so one class leave, and then the other one comes, and that class lines up, and they do what they have to do, and they leave. And it was busy. It was kids all in the hall with teachers walking them down the steps because they're steps. So I'm telling you, kids be wearing them teachers out, y'all. I'm telling you, I be seeing it. But it's great, we got to get involved. Nothing worth doing that's righteous is not. Anything that is worth doing that we do that's righteous, sometimes it's not going to be easy. We got to take that into account sometimes, because I kind of do that too. Don't get so wrapped up in being positive that we forget that sometimes things are not going to be easy. It's going to be a little challenging. And I kind of found that out today. But as soon as I came in and I talked about, I think on part 6 of volunteering in schools, I talked about a young gentleman I had talked to, a young brother that was a student that was in the hallway straggling. So fast forward to today, and I talked about how he was having some issues, and I took him to the office, and I told him I didn't want him to be in the hallway so he won't get in trouble because there's cameras. So, and remember what I said, that the young brother was very attentive. He listened to me because he felt the caring energy coming from me. We all talk about energy. When we exercise it and see it, it's amazing, brothers and sisters. So He had problems that day, but he did go into the office and he listened to me because he seen that I cared. I told him if he ever need to talk to me, he could. So fast forward today. And I'm telling you, remember how I talked about how the great divine is clever and will show up and show out in your life. I'm telling you, sometimes that higher force, even Mother Nature, the real God, sometimes he'll show off and he'll show you, that he has that power. He does that, but very few people see it. Many are called, few are chosen. We've heard that, but you have to be in that space, that good old pineal gland have to be open righteously, and you'll see it. Okay, now I came to the building today. Remember, like I said a few minutes ago, as soon as I came in, it was like a race. Pow! As soon as I came, it was on. As soon as I stepped in, you know how it could be when you're in a building or in a house or wherever you are, where it's multiple children. The energy's high. Some days, not every day. But I came in today, and the gentleman, the young brother I was just telling you about, that was having challenges. I seen him today, and he seen me, and he was in the hallway. I said, "Oh, you hanging in the hallway again, huh?" He said, "Nope, got my pass." He pulled out his pass. He said, "Oh, I don't hang in the hallways anymore." I said, "Oh, really?" Because I only go once a week, so I didn't know. And he said, "No, I haven't done that in a month." I said, "Oh, cool. That's what's up." And he was really excited to tell me. It was wonderful. It's the most, man, I'm telling you, that's what I'm talking about. Great divine is amazing. That's clever. I'm telling you, that force does things, man. It'll show up and show out in your life. It almost brags that, see, I told you I have that power if you just follow me. I'm telling you, that's what I got out of that. And so the young brother told me that he wasn't running in the hallway anymore. He said, "I haven't seen you in a while." And I said, "Oh, I'm still here. I come every Thursday." He was so excited to tell me that. I'm telling you, I was an instrument in that young brother's life. And amongst others, not just me, but there's other things that happened. And I think I think he would have got put out of school, and he's too young for that. So I think that straightened him up too. It's a lot of elements, a lot of things. It's not just me. I was just one of those tools, but he remembered me, and now every time he see me, he's smiling, and and that's what I'm talking about, brothers and sisters. One student at a time, and but I did have another young brother that had some issues today. And before I finish, the young brother I was just talking about that's not in the hallway anymore, that's doing better, I told him I was proud of him. I rewarded him with praises. You know what I'm saying? Children children need to hear that. It's reinforcement. It builds up their security within themselves. They won't be insecure about themselves. It makes them feel better. And I'm telling you, that was a changing course in that young brother's life. So, and I told him I was proud of him, and I told him to keep up the good work. He said, "Okay, yeah, I will." It was beautiful. I'm telling you, that connection. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, when we volunteer, it's more than just volunteering. Our energy alone can change a child's life, young brother or young sister. So it was another young brother I seen today, and also a young sister that I had to talk to today that I was having problems in class. But before I get to her, the young brother that I talked to today, he was having problems. But again, like I said, I've learned how to communicate with the child, and not just jump on them, really try to understand what's going on. We all been children, so, and I would tell them, well, if you do this, you're going to get in trouble. So you better not do that. And you know how they messing with me, the teacher, man, don't like me. You know how kids do. And I just talked to him, and he had ran out from the line where all the kids were lined up, was going to run downstairs. So I went and got him and brought him back up, just kind of talked to him. And, I said, and he had his hoodie on, and it was on backwards. I said, "See, that's why you're drawing the wrong energy to yourself when you put your jacket on backwards like that." And he was actually listening. He was kind of listening, but it wasn't. That's why you have to be strategic, if I can say it right, strategic on how we communicate with a young brother or young sister. Because I've said on past podcasts talking about volunteering that each child is different, so you have to be careful how you approach and how you communicate with them. But I did get him to listen, and I got him to calm down, and he did eventually get back in line and with the teacher and with the kids and stuff. So I'm telling you, so it was a little work today, but that's cool. It's going to be work sometimes, not always going to be quiet. And the other situation with the young sister, And I was sitting at my desk in the hallway, and I can hear the kids in the classroom yelling. It was really loud. And I'm telling you, sometimes the teachers be overwhelmed. And, so I stepped in there, and she got up and she was yelling. I said, what's the matter, young sister? I asked her what was the matter, and she keep messing with me. You know how the kids be fighting with each other. So I just took her and talked to her. She was crying and all that. So I just took her to the office and told her just calm down. It's gonna be all right. And took her to the office and told her just sit in here till you calm down. And the other assistants and assistant principal and other teachers came and got her. And so it was a little bit of work today. And I went back upstairs to my desk, and the children, wow. And one child gave me a hug today. I'm telling you, it's wow. I'm telling you, when you make that step and not worry about, don't even, when you just do it what that great divine puts in your heart to do. When you sometimes you don't understand, but you know what's right in your gut. So many great things, brothers and sisters, will come about. And that child, that young brother I seen when I first got to school, that I praised and told him I was proud of, that's what makes it all worth it. And then it was one of my son's classmates, I believe, gave me a hug today. Just came out there and just gave me a hug. I'm telling you, man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So this impact that I'm having on these children, not even just children, even adults, people I come in contact with, I want those to know. And I'm talking about content creators. It's only one platform that I've ever been on. So if he ever heard this, he already know who I'm talking about. And I mentioned his name. I just don't like to say names because I don't want people to think I'm clout chasing. And to me, it's just respect, as I will talk to. I got that here on my banner and my thumbnail, respect. And I respect people's boundaries, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't know each other online. We got to have that online etiquette. We need to have classes on online etiquette. And I've learned that. Got to have respect, you know what I'm saying? So, but when I do mention names and mention content creators, I do that to let them know that I watch people's shows. I don't comment a lot, but I watch a lot of platforms. I do that because that's being real and that's having that respect. Because it's irritating when you got sneaky ass people on your platform sneaking around. That's fucking crazy. It really is. So that's why I do that. But going back to what I was getting ready to say, it's only one platform that I've ever been on that this brother gave me a voice on. So he's a big part, and what is my parents and people in my family. I don't forget about them, but I'm just saying, this brother, and I have never met this brother other than online. A lot of brothers I listen to and sisters that have been an impact on my life, real talk, because I've always been a good listener and always followed rules, so to speak, and just was a pretty decent person, always being, amongst my mistakes I done made and dumb shit I did back when I was younger, but always kind of been a pretty well-rounded dude, so, and I don't like to infringe on people's boundaries, and I don't like to disrupt the universe. You know what I'm saying? I stick to the cause. So that's why I don't like to say names and stuff, because it's out of respect. But like I said, the brother that gave me a voice on his platform and others on his platform, because I don't want to make like it's just him. Everybody on there. I mean, yeah, a lot of great teachers on that platform, brothers and sisters. And like I said on the last podcast about volunteering, their spirit is still in my soul. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted him to know that he is a part. I am a product of what I learned from him and others on his platform. So that's why I'm now an impact, and taking what I've learned from them on his platform, and I'm incorporating it to my life and teaching it to these children. It's beautiful. Respect is a beautiful thing, man. Respect, man. I don't care how we feel. Just have respect. And I'm telling you, come out unscathed every time. So salute to that brother. If you ever come across, who I'm talking about. I've said his name. No, I said his name. And two other brothers that was a catalyst for my mindset and how I am. I mentioned their name. If you want to know their names, I put it in end screen, the last podcast I did about volunteering. And I mentioned their names in there, and it's beautiful, man, when we can just band together, and set the bullshit aside, real talk, see the bigger picture. Because when we see the bigger picture, that greater higher force, Mother Nature, will see us. We'll no longer be blind. So, and I always read pages from my book, a book I write. And this is me in front of the school, by the way, on this banner. I like taking little pictures and stuff, but that's me in front of the school. But yeah, I got a book I call Unlocking the Vault. And remember, like I always say, it's just notebook, but it's pages I've written from a notebook. But I call it, a notepad, or if you want to call it a notepad, but I call it a book. Unlocking the Vault. I'm gonna read a couple pages. And just something I do while I'm at the school volunteering, when I'm sitting at my desk. So that's where I like do my meditation and collect my thoughts, and I write them down. Because those of us with a heightened self-awareness, it's just too much shit in our brain. We have to write. That's what makes us become a good writer. It's too much shit in our brain. Because when those who, like I said, those who have a heightened self-awareness and explore a lot, we come across so much knowledge and inspiration on things. We have to write it down. So that's what makes a great writer, because we got to get that shit out of our head, because we got a lot of geniuses out here. That's all I'm connected to is geniuses, brother, sister, in my family, my children. You seeking righteousness. That's all you'll be surrounded by. It's not a joke. It really isn't. So, but I want to read a couple pages, and I will probably talk a little bit more on respect, because respect can go a long way. I don't care what happens. Suffer righteously. I'll say that to the day I transition. Suffer righteously. I don't care. You'll feel better. Don't be like some of these entities, these faces we see on this social media out here. You see what's happening to their lives. So I'm telling you, we are in the time of exposure and lessons. These are the times that we better be learning, because great divine Mother Nature is not playing. So I want to read a couple pages from my book, Unlocking the Vault. And thank those that's been listening. I really appreciate it. And like I say, I've been having a ball. All this shit going on out here, I got righteous tunnel vision. I don't see none of the bullshit. All I see is righteous reachers and teachers that's trying to save souls out here and lift people up and put knowledge into their mind, body, and soul. That's all I see. All this other bullshit outside of those who are righteous, brother or sister, miss me with that shit. Because I'm all about focusing on my children, myself. Got to keep myself right. And, my family, and, keeping in touch with my sister and my brother, my biological sister and my brother, members of my family. I got to keep like that in my psyche, because we can get wrapped up in all this shit in this world and forget about little small things that's important, that we miss sometimes. So, like I said, make that vow, that great divine, that none of us should be distracted and stick to what's important. So I'm going to read this first page, Unlocking the Vault. How often do we take the time to study our mind? And this is page 25, by the way, because I read 24 last Thursday, I believe. Okay. How often do we take the time to study our mind, body, and soul? Because that will determine and prepare us for things to come, whether in our personal life or things of the world, because there is always something going on. So take the time out of your busy schedule and meditate about person, place, or thing. Look out over the world and get a more defined picture. Gain as much knowledge as we can about oneself and things on our path, because toxic parasites are all around us, real talk, and they are trying to get as many hosts as they possibly can. They're trying to get as many hosts as they can, real talk. Parasites, evil parasites out here, and that can be person, place, or thing. And we know who they are. They're the weakest that be, not the powers that be. I wish we would stop saying that, because that's it goes back to what I said about the devil. Devil has no freaking power. Talk down on that damn devil. Fuck the devil. Devil only have the only power the devil has is what we give it. So stop saying powers that be. They're the weakest that be. All right? They only have influence and money, not power. At least that's my opinion. So that's how we talk about energy, right? We got to speak down on shit that we've been thinking over the years. This traditional thinking shit. There ain't no fucking powers that be. It's just people with money and influence. That's it. They're the weakest that be, So that's what I'm putting in my psyche. Remember, we channel what we let into our psyche, brother or sister, young or old. All right, I want to read this other page, 26 of Unlocking the Vault. And I wrote this today while I was at volunteering at my desk today. All right. And this is kind of about respect, some of it, because this has been in my spirit. If you don't respect yourself, nobody else is going to respect you. They're going to walk all over your ass. I've learned that. So, all right. And this goes for children too. All right. Children deserve respect as well as adults. If we stay at it, teaching kids respect, and they will flourish and surprise you, like that brother, like the young brother I was telling y'all about, that I helped change his way of thinking. That's what I'm talking about right there. Okay, and they will surprise you. Remember, our goal is results. And don't forget love. Yeah, because when children know you love them, they listen. And that's whether biological or child that's not yours. Because all children are our children. So if you're saying that ain't my kid, shame on you. Shame on you. Okay. Love through our teachings. Yes. And I've written a little bit about when I talked to the young brother. I wrote it in here so I kind of wouldn't forget it. I talked to a couple of young brothers today, and one was a challenge and the other was a result of me talking to him. The young brother told me in an excited voice, I don't hang in the hallways anymore, with a smile on his face. So I told him I was proud of him. The energy between us was amazing. But I won't forget about the other young brother with the challenge. I will keep working on him. I'll keep communicating with him. I won't forget about him. We cannot give up on our youth, period, because someone helped us along the way. Real talk. It's a reason why that great divine wants us to give back, to get the reward of changing a child's life. Salute. Real talk. That's why we give back, And like I say, I remember when I first started volunteering, it was kind of rough at first because I wasn't used to it. So I had to change. And I'm telling you, that good old Malcolm X spirit. I had to change my thought pattern, how I thought about it. I had to not think of it as a chore or work. No, think of it as part of my walk. It's part of my life. Those who volunteer, just think of it as part of your life. You're giving back. You're doing this for the higher force, great divine, the greater good for humanity. And results will come, brothers and sisters. Now, it won't be easy all the time, but they do come when we stick to the righteous things of life, especially when it comes to, changing, impacting a child's life. Because you can impact one child, you have done your job. And once you know that you can reach one child, that just make you inspired to change another one. Because I'm telling you, just the energy, just our energy alone, a child knowing that we love them, that our energy alone, before we even speak, it does something to them. Like I said on another podcast about volunteering, even if you're not that child's mother or father and you're volunteering, just them seeing you, another adult, to kind of look up to, so every time they go to school, they're getting that love, they're not lacking it, even though some of them might not be getting it at home, or like I said, every child's home is different, brother or sister, but at least they're getting it somewhere. That's why we give back. That's why we volunteer. That's why we help the youth. So those were a few things I wanted to talk about. The 2 pages I wanted to read. Like I said, I was going to read a page. I said 1 page, but I read 2 today. And I'm going to read one, Unlocking the Vault, every Thursday or I might not do a podcast. I'll say most Thursdays, because sometimes I might not do it because I do work a job and, schedule get a little tight sometimes. But great divine, when you're connected, brother or sister, young or old, when you connect yourself to that divine force, that great divine will make time. Because when you're doing for God, the real God, that great divine, when you're doing stuff for Mother Nature out of the kindness of your heart, of course that great divine is going to make time, because it wants its chosen ones to do what it set out for us to do. Real talk. So I'm going to keep forging forward, keep volunteering, and I'm going to invest in respect. And I respect all brothers and sisters that's doing their thing, because we all got different walks and different challenges. But we should, if we are reaching that same goal, which is righteousness and changing lives, we going to be all right. Real talk. So I thank those that's been listening, to my channel and music and podcasts. And like I said, I'm going to do more of those EBX radios. I love doing that. And I'll have my son on here. And we're going to do a podcast this weekend if nothing don't happen, And we're going to talk hip hop. And I'll have him on EBX radio shows too. It might even be Lord Lamont Radio, because this is my son's channel also. Lord Lamont. Don't forget that, y'all. Lord Lamont. He will be a little more active on my channel. He'll be doing a lot more stuff. But like I said, he's taking care of his challenges in his life. That's what a young brother should be doing, And it hasn't been easy for him, and hasn't been easy for either one of us. But Great Divine has brought us together. And as father and son, we have become one. And we finna put it, like I said, we can ready to do some things, brothers and sisters. I've been having a ball. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been caught up in the likes and subscriptions, and I just been enjoying life, and I just been observing and eating my popcorn. Real talk. But I love those that have taught me, my mom, my dad, my grandma, my granddad, aunties and uncles, cousins. Those are my family. Brothers and sisters in the world, those online. You know who you are. We talking about the real ones now, not the fake ones. Thank that Great Divine if you use your 2 ears. Real talk, because that's what we got 2 ears for, brothers and sisters, and 1 mouth, because we got to listen sometimes more than we speak. And that's for me too, So what I say, some of your greatest melanated teachers are the best listeners. So thank those, keep that respect in you. Respect yourself no matter what, through all storms, be true, take in, hard truth sometimes, because that just make us stronger. And I'll keep on volunteering and keep on making an impact in these children's life. Any child that life I'm in, I'm going to be a righteous impact in their life. I guarantee, and I'm going to do what I got to do. Love, divine love will always get us through. Sometimes it's tough love too, but that's my job, to change to change another's life, change another individual's life for the better. And that's young brother, young sister, or older brother, or older sister. Real talk. So, because there are those that help me to get to where I am. So thank those that's been riding along. My leaders and teachers. Remember, we are not followers with a student spirit. My generals, we have elevated. So I honor your family. I honor my family. Regents and teachers that's out there doing their thing and putting in that work. Salute. Great Divine. Just getting started. You ain't seen nothing yet. So keep moving. My real emphasis on real like-minded reachers and teachers out there, brothers and sisters, young and old, So again, honor my family, honor your family. I honor my children, their mothers, brothers and sisters all over the world. May you please keep that ultimate peace in your part of the world, wherever you are right now. One, salute.